Okay, today is about how to do the beer lines. First step, most important step, turn off the fucking super chiller. Otherwise, once you put water into the taps, they will freeze because water freezes at a lower temperature. A higher temperature than beer. Okay, once that's done, take all the little nozzles out of here. Put on something warm and head into the core room. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you're going to take each of these hoses, which takes the beer from the keg, and attach it to the wall, which is connected to the water line. Make sure the water line tap is straight through. That means it's closed. That means it's open. So the water will come through down into each of these beer lines. I'll flood the lines with water. When you've done that, this is how they should look. All the way along. Next, head back to the bar. So at this stage, in the taps, in the lines, there's about, depending on how long your lines are, here there's about 3 pints worth of beer still in the lines before the water comes through. So you can pour that off and use it for cooking or bottle it up or whatever you want to do. We'll just chuck it down again. Be able to see, Guinness is the easiest one to do it with. Once the water comes through, you'll definitely be able to see. Go down to there. There we go, won't be long now. Here we go. There we go, the water's started to enter. So once it runs clear, turn it off. And do that for every single one of the taps until all of them run clear. This one over here you can just pour straight down the drain because this one empties straight into the drain, whereas these ones empty into buckets. Once they're all running clear, next is time to prepare the noxious solution. For this you're going to need parts A and B of the beer line cleaner, hand protection, eye protection, measuring jug, and depending on your system, a keg, a fillable keg. R1 has 2 ports. This is the port where the gas goes in because there's no tube that goes down, so basically this pressurizes the container. This one here, as you can see, there's a tube that goes down to the bottom. This is the one that feeds the beer line cleaner into the lines. So once you get it, make sure you just mark it. It makes life a lot easier. This is the pressure release valve, so you want that to be down. Once you've done, you want to empty the keg, you push this up and it'll let all the gas out. Okay. So for this, you need 60 mils of part A per 5 litres. Now this is just about a 10 litre keg, so you're going to use 120 mils of this one. And you only use 15 mils per 5 litres with this one, so we'll use 30 altogether. Whatever you do, do not mix them together straight away. You want to mix this one with 5 litres of water, then pour this one in, because otherwise I think it makes chlorine gas, which is pretty much deadly. Okie dokie. Okay. First of all, 120 millilitres of this. Don't worry if it goes over a little bit. There we go. Then 5 litres of water. I like to use slightly warm water as it helps break down the yeast and the nastiness that's in the pipes. Then give this one a little wash. Next you want to add 60 millilitres of this one. Down, steam it up. Perfect. another 5 litres of water as well. I'll spare you those details. Once that's filled up, the next part's a bit tricky. This is the lid. You've got to get it in here. Lock down. And it needs to make a full seal. So when you put the gas in, it'll actually, there we go. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, take it back through here. Oh, heavy fucker. You want to take one of the gas lines out of any barrel, as long as the gas is on. Attach it to the gas port here. As you can see, it's not quite tight. There we go. That's better. Then take your first one, which is the Cooper's on this one, and attach it to the beer slot. Until it clicks into place. So that's all hooked up. Once this is pressurized, you can go back to the tap, pour it through until the liquid from here comes up, fills this up, and you'll see it start running red or pink from the tap. Yourself a nice big bucket, just run it through. So there's about 3 pints of straight water in there, and then you'll see that the water starts turning pink. I want to do this for each and every one of the taps until each of them has pink water running through it, which is the beer line cleaner. Then you've got to leave it in there for 2 to 3 hours. The longer the better. So look, it's starting to go tinged. There we go. Sometimes it runs orange if it's a really dirty tap. There we go. So that is definitely done. Do that for the rest of them. Leave it for 3 hours and we'll come back. So once you've pulled through the first one and it's running pink, you can see it's pink up in there as well. Detach it from here. This is where you want to have your eye guards on because it splashes. Attach it back to the wall. Like that. And go for the next one, which is, attach it back into there and do the same thing again. Oh shit. And that's why you have the protection on, because it spurts everywhere. Just a little tip, if you find that you do have a frozen pipe, e.g. with this Swanee, it's trickling out, have a blowtorch on hand and just take the ice off. The lower percentage alcohols, like 4.2s and 3.5s, much more susceptible to freezing, especially when it's cold outside. I'll show you what I mean. 6.5, 4.2, same tap, Swanee, dribbling, 6.5, boom, perfect.